Listen. Can you hear that? Here's the beautiful, quiet, glorious sound of not sleeping next to a rapid. And I've missed it so much. Nice peaceful night listening to the frogs and the toads. Wake up in the morning, hear the birds, hopefully not hear the wind. Fantastic. Crossing Aikens Lake right now. Probably getting close to halfway across. Little wind out of the northwest. It's kind of like Spirit Lake back home. It's a big round open lake. Not much protection from the wind, so it doesn't take much wind to kick up some waves. These aren't real bad at all. There's a few little breaking white caps, but really nothing much. Enough to keep you on your toes though. I need to cross the lake pretty much directly west to east, which means the mostly north wind would be broadside the entire way. Looks like it's about 4 miles across. So when I got out of Aikens Lake, instead of heading straight across, I paddled up the shoreline north a ways where I was out of the wind, which is a little extra mileage, but it allows me to cut a little more kitty corner across the lake. Keep the wind in my back a little more, not quartering from my left rear. When you first get onto the Aikens Lake from the west, it's a little hard to take your bearings because there's a row of islands out there, so you can't really see the far eastern shore. So I paddled out to those and got out of the wind on the back side of them and got my bearings and figured out a couple points on the opposite shore to aim for. That's what we're doing now. Started out sitting with my short bent shaft, but as I'm getting farther into the lake, we're losing protection from our islands. The wind's picking up, the waves are picking up. I decided to kneel and picked up my longer straight shaft. Kneeling gives me a little better stability. stronger paddle. Lets me have some more effective draw and rudder strokes on the rear to keep the stern from being pushed around as much by the wind. This is going fine. Looks like the clouds are starting to break up. It'll be a real relief not to get rain today. It'll be the first in about, I think we've had rain the last 4 days. I could go for some cool and sunny and dry. Not a big fan of cool, wet, and windy. Just getting to the far side of Aikens Lake. No complications. Glad we're here though. Wind and waves will be picking up just a little bit. Maybe it's just the location on the lake. Maybe going over some shallower water. Crossing went faster than I thought. Took just under an hour. Surprised I didn't see any motorboats or float planes. This is supposed to be a very busy lake. I saw a line of outpost cabins. Boats pulled up along shore, but didn't see anybody on the water. Straight ahead about 500 yards should be for the Gammon River. This time I'm going to have some head scratching to do. A lot of water moving. Once we find it, this will be our last portage for quite a while. Then we'll be close to Carroll Lake, back in Ontario. Get our food drop. Do some fishing since we'll be legal again in Ontario with a license, and then a paddle back across Woodland Caribou. We're out. Maybe another 7 to 9 days. Should be nice, restful and relaxing. Pressure's off. I can't imagine this is actually supposed to be the put-in on the downstream side of the rapids, but I'll be darned if I could find anything else. Pretty steep walls on either side. I went up and down them a couple of times and couldn't find anything, and finally pulled up here, told Sadie to get out, jumped up quick, pulled it up on the rocks, and then it's just a steep but fairly easy lift over the rocks and in on the other side. So it worked out. I wasn't real comfortable doing it at the time, but